Well, I've joined Bill and Christa Baker, who's here to show us some exciting exercises, right?
I'm so excited.
We're thrilled to have you. And really, what you're going to show us is just if someone's watching and they want to get started, how can they do that? What are some important moves?
Well, we all start with leg day, right?
Wow.
Yeah, leg
You don't
day,
like
my
leg
favorite.
day,
I know, it's my least favorite.
No, we're gonna start with a squat. So we all need
Okay.
to squat. Do we know why?
No.
We get on and off of a toilet every day,
Okay.
right? We need to get really
Yeah.
strong in and out of chairs and off, like in and out of your car. That's a squat motion.
True.
So
Right. Okay.
we're gonna start with a sit to stand.
Okay.
So I'm gonna bring this over here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna demonstrate for you. But while I do that, why don't you just hold these for me?
Okay.
Thank you. And so for you, we're gonna
Yep.
just start seated.
Okay.
So feet are planted nice and flat, and you're gonna make sure that your knees are hip width apart.
Okay.
Okay, so we don't want to be caving in.
Yep.
We need to start using the outside of our leg, and we're just gonna slowly bring ourselves up to
Okay.
standing,
Okay.
and then we're gonna squat back down. So
Okay.
one thing that we want to note is if you had something on your shirt, I would want to be able to read your shirt.
Okay.
So we're not caving
Keep
over.
chest up.
Yep. So we're
Okay.
just gonna come up. Coming down, you might feel a little bit nervous at first, and then you just rep those out
Okay.
while we get you going.
I think that's great though, because
Okay,
that's
yeah.
core, right? Legs,
There's-
core,
yes.
it's everything.
So for you, I would already get you to come a little bit wider.
Okay.
Yep, and do it again. So let's start seated.
Yeah.
And then coming up. Good. For you, we're going
Yep.
to do the same thing, except without a chair.
Okay.
So feet are hip width apart.
Yep.
Okay. And let me just see what your squat looks like, and I'll be able to kind of cue you that way. Good. Are you okay if I come around?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Ah.
So for you, I would think about really sinking your hips back a bit more instead of kind of driving them down.
Okay.
So we're here. Good.
Like I'm
Yes.
sitting.
Yeah. And then coming back up.
And then don't have to go all the way down, just to here.
Well, I mean, ideally, if you can get lower, if
Wow,
you
that's
get
pretty
lower,
good,
yeah,
Bill.
that's
Look
good.
at you.
Not bad for a grandpa.
And then we could read your shirt the whole time, which
Yep.
is great. So
Okay.
some options that you could do with the dumbbells. So we can have the dumbbell here.
Oh yes,
Right?
I've done this
So it's a
one.
goblet. So knees are down, chest is up.
Yep.
Good. And we're gonna drive back up. So
Yep.
get over there, girl.
Okay.
Come on.
Keep your
go.
chest up.
Yeah. So
Excellent.
we're here.
Oh, this
Good.
feels good. Feel the burn.
Yeah.
Feel it. So good. Mm-hmm.
So the other thing too with the dumbbells, if I can hold that one.
Yep.
So we can have them here, but we can also front load them.
Okay. Yeah.
So sometimes
a-
it just
a-
helps us to like load a little bit more, but that's if we're gonna progress the work.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So you'd start with
we
that,
start
Start with
here.
this. Yeah.
and then maybe no weights to standing.
Yep.
To the weights held down here, and then progress to up here.
Yep.
Up there. Okay.
Right?
You can do
Awesome.
that.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
believe in you.
Okay,
ahead.
actually, we're gonna need those dumbbells, but we're gonna talk about doing a march. So
Oh.
standing march.
Okay.
Why would we want this? This is a good core exercise.
Yep.
And balance, all those different things that start happening, and we'll add some load to them later too.
Okay.
So same idea. We're stacked nice and neutral. So I'm
Yep.
not hard arching in the back. Everything's nice and tucked.
Yep.
I'm just gonna bring one leg up and up, and you can give yourself a target. Okay, and you're gonna keep your core nice and tight. So we don't want to be just like kind of laxy daisy. Good. And then when I get really good at that, now I'm going to add my dumbbells.
Okay.
So you're going to put those
Ah.
dumbbells on the side.
Mhm.
There you go. Here on the
On the
side,
s-
chest up, and now marching.
Okay.
Good. And why this matters, guys, we go grocery shopping. Like we're carrying
Yep.
things all the time. Carrying is like
You
naturally
don't want to
something
make
we
two
do.
trips.
all
You
the
want to get
time.
as much as you can in your hand.
Right.
Right.
Well, that's called the lazy man load. My papa would not allow that, but we can get as much as we possibly can. So we're just going to keep like nice and active and doing that. How does that feel?
It's good. And adding the weights would be progressive.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure. I'll take them. Okay. How are we feeling?
Great.
Good.
Heart rate's up a little
Yeah.
bit?
Yep. Perfect.
Awesome. Now let's work on balance. So a common thing I see as people age is we start to not balance a while.
Balance is
right?
huge. It really
Yeah.
is.
So I'm going to give you guys a target.
Okay. A
Okay.
target. Yep.
And we're going to work on, it's kind of, we call it you might call it like a sippy bird or anterior reach. There's a bunch of different names for it. Single leg deadlift,
Okay.
that type of thing. So you're going to plant your foot nice and flat. Which side are you going to go with? Plant your left foot.
Left foot.
Yeah.
Plant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Leg comes up. So, hey guys, this might be where we are. Like
Right.
sometimes we can just stay here.
Ooh.
Sometimes even just like bringing your foot to like your side
like-
and just focusing on that balance there.
That's
If
good.
you feel safe, we're going to slowly try to reach down
Okay.
to touch and then come back up. Great
I'm
job.
stronger on my
How'd
right.
that feel?
Feels
Yeah.
so good.
Okay, there we go.
That's great.
Now, if we don't feel like that feels like good enough, or like we want to just slow it down a little bit, that feels like it's too much, we can have our stick here. That's just going to help us.
Okay.
Really?
That's
We
Or
good.
don't have
could
a-
you use a rail, like a rail on your stairs, maybe?
Yeah,
for
but
that?
we all have broomsticks around.
That'd
you
be great.
know?
That's good.
Balance is so important.
It is.
Yeah,
So
it
we can
is.
definitely have that there. So if you want to try that.
Sure.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
Ah,
that's so different.
beautiful.
That's great.
That's
Well,
great.
these are some great like
Oh.
starting exercises
Yeah.
to really get through and get people started. So thank you so much
Yeah,
for joining
thanks,
us
Christa.
today and sharing
Thanks
those
for
with us.
I feel great.
Well, if you want more information on Christa Baker, please head to 700club.ca.